people that live with less than 300 per month, and they survive very well. Like they survive very well. So yeah. Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Jennifer Asa. If you are new here, thank you for stopping by. If you're an oldie, thank you for always coming by. Thank you for always stopping by. I really appreciate and I'm grateful for it. Please don't forget to subscribe, comment, turn on the post notification, share. Okay, thank you. Okay, in today's video, I will be talking about cost of living in China, what you would spend living in China. I usually see videos like this, but mostly not of China, mostly of other countries. So I decided to put it for myself to share it. And actually, someone actually advised me to make a video like this. Yes. So in before I start, disclaimer: I am an international student in China, and I came as an international student in China. So it might be mostly linked to international students, but it doesn't mean that workers and business people can't also get information from here. Nope. It's helpful for everybody, everybody, everybody. Okay. Secondly, my city is in Wenzhou University, or Wenzhou rather, in Zhejiang province. So maybe what I'll be saying will be like based on my city. Obviously, maybe Beijing is much more expensive than my city. Shanghai is much more expensive than my city. So it's just going to be about my city. And secondly, I think everyone have different ways they spend. So you just need to know how you spend. Then yeah. So in first place, I'm talking about accommodation. So I came as an international student, as I said earlier, and as an international student, when you get admission, you get accommodation. So you get scholarship, maybe it covers your school fees and accommodation. For me, I came with a scholarship, my first like bachelor's degree, but it didn't cover like my whole school fees and my accommodation. So I had to still pay accommodation and still pay a lot of money for school fees. Yes, so that was it. But a lot of people came with scholarship, and I know as a lot of people came with scholarship that covered their whole school fees. Then maybe they pay accommodation fee. So how much is accommodation fee? For my school, a double room can cost 4,000 RMB. That was what I was paying. 4,000 RMB, while a triple room can cost 2,500. I'll be inserting how the rooms look like and also the amount in USD. So yeah, you get that. Some schools also cover both your accommodation, school fees, and also give you stipends. So if you want to know a lot more about scholarship, what you need, how the process goes, just click in the comment section so I can say more about it in a different video. Okay, now if you want to move off campus, maybe accommodation for outside the dorm can cost from 8,000 RMB, sorry, 800 RMB to 3,000, 2,000 RMB. I made a video previously on a detailed video of accommodation outside. So maybe you want to go and watch that video to know how much you can spend on accommodation in China, in my city. Yeah, accommodation is not really that bad compared to other countries. So secondly is groceries. So if you want to buy groceries, like maybe for example now we Nigerians, we want to buy egusi, okazi, you want to buy a lot of things. Obviously, it's going to be expensive because they are bringing it from your country to China. They have to make back their money, so it's expensive. But if you want to get in like tomato, like very very cheap things, they are very cheap, very affordable. Chicken is very affordable in China, like very affordable. You can, I know when I came the first year, there's this pack of chicken where we buy for 20 RMB, 28 RMB. It will make a whole pot of soup for you, and you will eat like maybe use it for like a week or more than a week or maybe 2 weeks. If you maybe even a month, depending on how you eat. Yeah, something like that. I think it's 24 inside and it's like 24 yuan or so. It's like I'm not sure. Yeah, so you can buy chicken, tomato, chili, like a lot of things. You can go to the supermarket to buy, or you can just order. I know that I had a friend who came here as a worker and she orders her groceries, and in like maybe 20 minutes, 15 minutes, it's already been delivered to her house. You can order for groceries, but mostly I go there and it's really cheap. Maybe for a grocery of 1 month, I can spend 100 RMB less. I haven't spent more than I spend 100 and or less. Most times I also buy online, like maybe my potato, like I buy most things online because they come a lot and they are cheaper. So yeah, so maybe for groceries, just within like maybe 100 RMB for a month as a student, guys. As a student, you can budget more when it comes to groceries as a student. Another thing again, the next thing I'll be talking about is transportation. So in China, we have this thing called e-bike. So e-bike is an electric bike that takes you anywhere you want to go to. You don't need to pull gas or anything. You have to just charge it. So you can charge it with 1 kwai, 2 kwai, 3 kwai, 4 kwai. It depends, and it can take you as far as 30 kilometers, 40 kilometers. Because I know I have used it, like I've driven it for like 40 kilometer go come in a day. So it can take you as far as that. Obviously, you won't go that far because you're a student. If you're also working, it can take you as far as that 30 kilometers, 40 kilometers. So you can use an e-bike. You just need to charge it with like either 1 kwai, 2 kwai, 3 kwai, 5 kwai. As I said, yeah, we also have the bus. The bus you can pay to 2 kwai. So the one I say 2 kwai, I mean 2 yuan. So you can pay 2 yuan. It can take you anywhere you want to go to. Unless maybe your stop is there, you stop. If you want to have another bus, you can pay 2 yuan. So you have 2 yuan, 2 yuan, 2 yuan for anywhere you want to go to. Maybe if it's one bus you want to go and it's going somewhere so far, 2 yuan is okay for where you want to go to. 2 yuan. So just calculate that. If your school is far, yeah, 2 yuan for bus transportation. Then we have subway. Subway is 4 yuan. Anywhere you're going to, any stop is 4 yuan. Any stop. You can also get a card, like a bus card or a train card. You can get that. But yeah, it's 4 yuan for the subway. Anywhere you want to go to, 4 yuan. If you decide to travel, maybe you want to go to another city, depending on how far the city is. My city is not far from Beijing, from Shanghai. It's like 2 hours, so you can pay 200 RMB to 300 RMB from here to Shanghai. From my city to other places, maybe, but it depends on the distance of where you're going to. Yes, that's all about transportation. And for we also have a taxi. Taxi can range from 10 yuan to 60. It depends on where you want to go to. I don't think I've ever paid 60 though for taxi. No matter how far I go to, I haven't paid 60. So mostly 10, 20, 30. I think the highest I've paid is 50, or I think 45. That's the highest I've paid. 45 yuan for taxi. And I think I went from my school to like, I think it was like a 40-kilometer drive, and I paid 45 yuan in my city. For Beijing, I know that Beijing is expensive because when last time I went to Beijing, from my school to the airport in my city is 100 RMB. Okay, yeah, the highest I paid is 100. I was to the airport, but now for Beijing, where I went to the airport, I paid 250 to two. I think 280, and the man said 300. But I'm like, no, I don't have 300, and I paid 280. So yeah, so you can see the difference. My city is relatively very cheap, very accommodating. Yeah, Beijing is a bit to say it's expensive. So yeah, the third thing I'll be talking about is food. So as I said earlier, if you decide to say, oh, I want to go to the African restaurants to get Nigerian food, Ghanaian food, Kenyan food, anything, it's obviously going to be expensive, and you can't blame them because they have to make back their money. So, but if you're eating a Chinese food, for example, Chinese have street food and it tastes really good. So it can go as high as low as 5 yuan, 6 yuan, 8 yuan for the food. If you want to like eat a Chinese, maybe hot pot, let's say for example hot pot. For me, I pay 18 yuan for hot pot. If you want double rice, you pay 20 yuan. Yes, hot pot 20 yuan. So when you come to like Chinese food, you can range from 8 yuan to let's say 25 to 30. Now, if you want to go to maybe a Western restaurant, something elegant, obviously you will pay more than that. So you maybe budgeting like 60 yuan, 7. Maybe if you have a birthday party you want to go to, and it's like a very fancy like kind of thing, Western, not Chinese, something, then you have to be 60 yuan, 50. But if it's like a proper Chinese food, like just Chinese food, from it's 5 yuan to, let's say, 30. Yeah. Because why I said 5? Because I know that there's some things I buy that I've paid 5 yuan for it, and it has been good. So yeah, that's like when it comes to food. But if you want to eat the African restaurant, I don't know. I have never been to an African restaurant in this China. So I don't know. I just mostly cook my own African food. I haven't been to any. So I can't say, but I know it's not as cheap as the Chinese food are. So the next thing I'm talking about is books, mostly for students. So here, obviously, most people buy books. For my course, I did not need to buy books. I was getting from the school library. So I get books from the school library, and I come here, study, and I take it back to the school. So I don't buy. I never bought books, but I took money to buy books. But I've never really bought any book here. Maybe story books, but like say school books, no. I take from the library, or there's something we call PPT. So your teacher sends you the class content that you guys have on your laptop and phone. That's why I say laptop and phone is very important in China. So yeah, you don't need to say like, oh, you know, you're in Nigeria, you buy handouts. No, we don't do that here. We don't do that here. So yeah. Okay, so the next thing I'll be talking about is entertainment. In China, there's something called the Chan Ping. I don't know if I pronounce it well, but yeah, I use it to like get restaurants, anything you want to look for, accommodation, hotels, gym, restaurants to eat, literally anything you can find it there. Most of what I do is I translate from English to Chinese, then paste it in the group. So anything you want to find, you get there. It will give you the price, the menu, the location. You also see like the maybe if you want to go for because most of when I go out, I'm looking for something aesthetic to take pictures. So you can go there. Yeah, and sometimes you don't even need to buy anything there. You just take pictures there. You just take pictures, and yeah, but I don't advise that. Please buy something. It's their business. So please always buy something. So yeah, you use that app to look for anywhere, especially for new people that are coming to China. You might feel like, oh, how do I navigate language barrier? Just go there. You can even text you can text the owners of the restaurant, ask them what they have, ask them the location, book appointment. If you want to experience Chinese thing, like most of my video where I posted like making my hair in China, makeup in China, I mostly get them from that app. I text them, and yeah, that's it. Extra things I will talk about is I talk about braiding, cutting of hair. Braiding in my city ranges from 80 yuan to let's say 200, 250. I don't think it's up to 300. 80 yuan, maybe if you want to like do normal cornrow, if you want to do okay, no, for 50 yuan, because if you want to do normal cornrow with just your hair, it's 50 yuan. If you want to do with braids and it's maybe big braids, then maybe 80 yuan. But then when you're going for complicated hairstyles, then you pay 150 yuan, 200 yuan, 250. It depends. Yeah, for cutting of hair, I really don't know for guys. I think like 50 to 60. Yeah, I think that's the range of how much you pay to cut or shave your hair. Shave your hair. To cut your hair. Another thing again I'll talk about is shopping, like shopping in China. So we have something called we have Douyin. No, we have Taobao, we have Pindodo, we have 1688. I have like two apps where I get my gadget from, which I won't be disclosing because that's my business. Yeah, where I get my gadget from. I think all my gadgets are from mostly from them. Where I get my gadget from. They have WeChat sellers, but guys, trust them at your own risk. Unless someone recommended it to you. But yeah, so I mostly use Pinduoduo and Taobao and 1666. Yeah, you get a lot of affordable things, especially like okay, for example, 1111. There were a lot of things on discount, so yeah, you can get a lot of things on discounts, cheap things, both food stuff. Like the craziest things can be in that app. Like you can ask now, flour, and they are selling flour in that maybe 1 yuan. Sometimes you just go there, browse through there. So I think most international when they come there, why they need it is because you need to buy a bed warmer, you need to buy a winter jacket. Yeah, So that will take me to my next point. So as a first timer, you need to get like, especially when you're coming, most people come in summer, in winter, summer, winter, like we're transitioning from summer to winter. So you need to like bed warmer, beddings, the rest. So I would advise you get those things from Pindodo or Taobao, because if you get it from like a shop, if you have the money on your own. So Taobao Pindodo can range from 29 yuan to 50 yuan for a bed warmer, But for a bed warmer can go from 29, because I bought mine for 29 yuan, it doesn't discount. So from 29 yuan to 50 yuan a bed warmer. Yeah. A winter jacket, a good winter jacket, like a very good one, can cost 100 yuan to 150. Yeah, it just depends. Obviously, there are cheaper ones. They are for 80, sorry, 40, 30, but I don't know how good that one might be. So I can't say, but yeah, but it doesn't mean I haven't bought the cheaper ones. I've bought them, but and they're still good and I still use them. But I'm just saying, like, to get a good one, as the first time I would advise, always get good things. Like, even if it's expensive, that's the mistake I made. I was going for cheap things and I ended up buying more of those cheap things than buying one good one. So yeah, you can get your winter things, your pantyhose, everything from Taobao, Pindodo as a newcomer. Yeah. So for a month, how much will I say? Okay, when I came to China in a month, just for like everything, because I would pay for electricity. Electricity was like 100 RMB for a month. I would use, because I was staying alone most of the time. So 100 RMB, I was paying for that. So I would say I was spending like 300 RMB per month or less, because I don't really spend much. I'm a very my I think people say I'm stingy, not like I'm stingy, but I'm just very calculative when it comes to spending money. So I don't just spend like that. So I would say for groceries I would spend 100 RMB or less, and I would manage it to the end of the month. That was when I came as a student. And yeah, for other miscellaneous, 300 RMB per month. That doesn't include the things I bought when I came here. No, like this was like my feeding money. Then I'll keep the remaining ones and save it. That was how much I was spending per month. Yeah. So China is a very affordable place, because I've spoken to other people in other countries and I'm like, I think China is like a very affordable place to live in, because you can actually, I know people that live with less than 300 per month and they survive very well. Like, they survive very well. So yeah, that's all I can say for now. Guys, I hope you like this video. Subscribe. Please don't forget to like. If there's anything, maybe I'm thinking of making a video about school scholarship, because a lot of schools have started admissions, scholarship, and the rest. But I don't know. If you want to see something like that, please tell me so I can make a video. Maybe even invite someone to like maybe break down more about it. So yeah. Guys, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. Thank you so much for the love in my previous video. Bye. See you next time.